Ready for a big weekend, putting on a show. Grass Lake Theater's Christmas Carol. We have actors Luke Gorsuch and Zander Reynolds. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's this weekend. Is the show ready?
We've gotten there now. Yeah.
We're ready.
It's amazing how it all comes together in just like the last 2 days.
Right. It's when we have an audience where all the pressure's on. That seems like is when we get it the best. So.
A Christmas Carol. So it's a classic. People have seen. There's movies. I think there's been more than several movies.
Yeah.
Plays, short stories. So tell us about the version of A Christmas Carol that you guys are putting on.
We are putting on just a classic type play with original music being played in the background.
Original music?
Yes. By a live band.
Yep. Our pit is led by Robert Jans from Eastern Michigan. He's our director's oldest son. He's the one who wrote all of it, and I think her other son, William Jans, also wrote some of it.
So local talent. Oh, yeah, so Braden Lape, is he in the show?
No.
Because that would fill the place, wouldn't it? No. So, did he audition?
No, I don't think he's really into theater and stuff like that. He's that sporty kid.
Yeah. Something else going on.
Right.
All right.
Braden's more of an athlete.
No one's singing. It's not a...
We have some carolers, but there's not full musical songs going on in the middle of the scene.
All right, well, let's talk about each of your roles. First, Luke, what's your role?
I am playing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge, the heavy guy. He is not very nice to start off with. Quite rude, some would say. But by the end, he turns his act around and really enjoys Christmas.
And for the counterpart to Scrooge, there is...
Bob Cratchit, who is jolly even when put in a bad situation, like with his family. So that's why I play Bob Cratchit, but I also play a young adult Scrooge who gets broken up with because last year in the play that we did, I had a little sad scene that Mrs. Jans, our director, really liked. So she wanted to see me in another sad scene.
So you're back by popular demand to recreate a sad scene from another play that has nothing to do with The Christmas Carol.
I wouldn't go that far. Just gotta jerk those tears a little bit.
Do you cry? Do you actually cry on stage?
I do a little bit. It's only for a few seconds, but then I have to get up and recover real fast. So.
Do you put like drops in your eyes?
No, I can make myself cry.
Really?
Yeah. Don't put me on the spot, but I don't know.
So,
not that hard.
Do you need a Kleenex?
No, I'm fine.
You sent along some photos. I'm guessing these are the rehearsal shots.
Yep, so this is us building the set. So there's me with my hair all dangling in front of my face, painting the sides, and in the middle there is Nate Rupard. He's one of our stage managers and our backstage crew. He's helping out paint as well. And then we also have our director and technical director, Mrs. Jans and Mr. Prentice, kind of pushing us around a little bit.
That's Amy Jans, director and writer.
Yep, and writer.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So here's Scrooge's bedroom, I think, right? And
yeah, this is my bedroom. I believe that we had not quite finished it during this picture, but this is the basic setup of what the background of the room looks like.
And the rooms aren't very big because we are on a rotating set, which you can see right there with the wheels under them. So that looks like the Cratchit scene with mine and Tiny Tim's chair over in the corner. But in between scenes is when we do a blackout, we move everything off as fast as we can, we put everything right back on as fast as we can. There's one of the Cratchit scenes with all the Cratchits. They have, I think, like 13 or 14 kids. So.
And you use a real little kid for Tiny Tim.
That's Tiny Tim. That's Zach Jans, which is our director's
It's a whole
son.
family. The whole Jans family's in this thing.
Elizabeth Jans is also in there in a little red dress sitting on the ground.
So a rotating set, so you say you have to move everything off and on. So if you turn the set, it's not already there?
Not always.
Oh.
A lot of times we try to switch everything while it's hidden behind the wall, but sometimes we have to change the set with just the lights out black.
This is
so we
the first.
take everything off.
A first for Grass Lake, a rotating set.
It is.
It is, yeah.
How do you do the time travel? Because you have to give the illusion of to the audience that there's movement of time or space, or right?
Right. So what we do is the spirit grabs me by the hand and we run off in a direction, and as soon as we get to a breaking point where you would no longer be able to be seen by the audience, we just go into a blackout and everything changes.
Okay, is there some other technical wizardry besides the rotating stage?
Yes, there are fog machines, lots of lights. There's a snow machine
Up
that-
on our catwalk. Yeah, so it
there's a snow
snows
machine
from
on the
the
catwalk.
from up high down onto the
Oh.
audience.
Onto the audience?
Onto the audience. Yeah.
Real snow?
Well, bubbles, kind of.
Theater snow?
Right, theater snow. Right. Stuff that won't be stuck in your hair for days.
What's it made out of?
It's a soap bubble type thing.
That's
it gets
it.
blown through this little fabric to spread it out, and then it sinks down on top of the people.
Sounds like it's going to be just really the production itself, regardless of the content, but the staging is just entertainment enough,
Yeah,
right?
right.
A lot of lines to learn.
A lot of lines. I would say this show probably has the most lines that I've ever had to learn for any of the shows that I have been in before.
Feel good now? You got it? You got the lines down?
I would say I have 98% of my lines now.
All right, Zander, what about you?
I think I got the lines down. A lot of the stage direction is the hard part because I try to help our stage crew because we don't have a huge stage crew. There are a lot of little moving parts and a lot of things that we have to change. So like I myself brought 4 mantle clocks. And we had to,
From your house?
From my house, yeah. I have like 90 clocks. My grandpa collects them, he's weird. But we have to move the mantle clocks for like all these different scenes, so it's just little details like stuff on a shelf changing. So a lot of the set and stage directions are kind of like the hardest part.
And it looks like there's a pretty large cast. You got the whole Cratchit family.
The whole
Is
Cratchit
it wasn't just
family.
Tim?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of kids.
A lot of
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah, we have middle schoolers and high schoolers.
along with a couple elementary kids, if
Yep.
I'm correct.
All right, so 3 performances. 3 performances?
Yep.
3 performances.
And do people need to get tickets ahead of time?
So you can buy them at the door and online, I think. We also have online showings, like a live show. So if you couldn't go to it, you can actually live stream it online and watch it.
Oh, awesome. I hope I can make it. Will Braden Late be there?
He might be.
He might be.
I don't know. I know he's in California right now.
Oh, he is in California. What else are you involved in at Grass Lake, Luke?
I do a lot of choir and speech. Most of my classes are educational right now, just to be able to graduate.
Are you a good student?
Yes.
Yeah. Sander, what about you?
So I student teach the first half of the day. I go to the Career Center and I took the Careers in Education class, which has given me the opportunity to work in a real kindergarten classroom now. So I student teach in 2 different classrooms at Grass Lake Elementary, and then I go back to school and do my actual classes.
That's amazing. What do you teach?
Kindergarten,
Oh,
so a little bit of everything.
do you want to be a teacher?
Yes,
Oh, nice. What
that's
do you
what I
want to do?
plan on doing.
I want to go into theater
I knew you were
and
gonna say
performance.
that. I know. Well, you guys have a great show. Break a leg.
Thank you, I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
It's Grass Lake's production of A Christmas Carol this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for being here, guys. That's it.